Morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Chris Loves Comics. It's Saturday. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I want to start off by saying thank you very much for everyone for the kind words. It's just without going into too much detail, just don't want to bore you with life's details. You know, life hits you at certain points, whether it's in your family, your job, and there's conflict that'll always arise, and it's just how we meet it, right? But no, things are good. Things are good now. A lot of stuff is put in the place where it needs to be, and working on some other stuff. But hey, we're all works in progress, right? But I just wanted to say thank you very much to the community for reaching out and in the heartfelt messages. It really means a lot to me. It's just some stranger you reach out and you say nice things. I really do appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's move on to some more happy topics. I'll be coming back to doing my weekly haul videos. I really enjoy them. I love talking with you guys. It makes me so happy. Not crying, just water in my it makes me really happy. And you're all great. I really appreciate you guys. But all right, enough mushy stuff. Let's go to the haul. So a book that I'm coming onto, and it didn't strike me at first, but I love the covers, and I'm sort of getting back into the whole world of Spider-Man. But I got Red Goblin 1 and 2. This is Red Goblin issue 2. I really love that cover, and I really love the issue number 1. That cover is amazing. I really love that cover. Sorry for the glare. Actually, maybe we could fix that. Oh, sorry. Professionalism, Chris. But it's Red Goblin's about Normie Osborn, which is Norman Osborn's grandson. And it sort of goes back a little bit to Venom with Donny Cates and the current Al Ewing, where Dylan Brock, which is Eddie Brock's son, gives Normie a piece of the symbiote, and Normie calls the piece of the symbiote Rascal. And it's a really good story. I'm really enjoying the character. I didn't think we would need like a good character background of Normie Osborn, but he's really good. He's a sharp kid. He gives a few good quips to his mother and to his grandpop, his pop he calls him. But Red Goblin 1 and 2 were very good too. And next up is issue number 1 of Doctor Strange, the return of Doctor Strange. He's back from the dead. This is by Jed MacKay. This is a really good start. The art's okay. It's by Ferry, but the story is really well done. It's Jed MacKay. You can't go wrong with Jed MacKay. He's writing Moon Knight right now. He just finished Mary Jane and Black Hat. He's gonna be writing the Avengers. I am so freaking excited for that. I think it's gonna be really well done. A lot of people don't like the lineup because Captain Marvel's not really a I don't know why she's not a well-liked character, but I'm very excited with her leading the team. I'm excited to see how she'll do. But Doctor Strange number 1 by Jed MacKay. I highly recommend anything of Jed MacKay's work. He's really great. He has an old Black Cat run that's really well done too. Moon Knight, as mentioned before. I don't know if I mentioned it. Well, mentioning it now. Mary Jane and Black Cat. He also wrote, if you're a Magic the Gathering fan, like I am, he wrote a really good run of Magic the Gathering from Boom Studios. Next up on the list, I really like this Alex Ross Timeless variant. I may want to get the other ones, but I'm trying to reduce my books, but, you know, we all know how well that goes. But this is Miles Morales number 4. This is a good... excuse me. This was a very well done book, too. This is just Silver Age goodness right here. The Avengers War Across Time. And this is by Paul Levitz. This is with Thor fighting the Dwarf King over control of Mjolnir. This is really well done too, and it's a good old-fashioned Kang story. I like it too. This story, I'm sad it's a mini-series because this is really well done. I'm probably going to go on this a little bit. Joe Fixit by Peter David. This is very well done. I joke, but it's not really a joke. I have a formula. If it's Peter David equals good comics, and it's the truth. but I really love the art. The art's amazing too. You have absorbing man coming into a diner with Bruce, and I didn't know that was Peter until he puts on his mask. It's Peter David writes Spider-Man very well. There's a lot of comedy, and then look who comes up to show our buddy Hulk. This is a very well done book, and towards the end of the story, Bruce is fighting with his alter personality, Joe Fixit. It's funny with I really love this. Bruce is like, "Kill me, go ahead, do it," and then Joe does it. But after he leaps, Joe Fixit leaps through the roof, and when Joe kind of realizes what he did, he's like, he sort of rolls his eyes. He's like, "Bother!" Just waking him up. But then Bruce has a problem. When Hulk leapt through the roof, he kind of forgot where he was. So Bruce is falling down a lot. He's falling. But this is really well done. This made me smile. I love Joe Fixit. This was good. Another book that makes me smile is Nightwing, issue number 102 by Tom Taylor. So Beast Boy is very funny in this book too. So they're trying to find out the connection between Blockbuster's daughter and the pact that Blockbuster made with the devil, with a devil. And Beast Boy jokes by saying, "Oh, what are we just gonna go into hell and rob them?" And then Nightwing goes, "That's exactly what we're gonna do." And Beast Boy's like, "I was kidding." And so, sorry, bumped into the camera. So they're gonna be going into hell. This book, I mean, this is and I say this in my group Comic Book Corner 2.0 on Facebook. This is Batman, Superman, World's Finest. This is the best modern comic that you can get right now, and it's not even close. I love. It starts off where you have Batgirl, Supergirl, Batman, Robin. You have the whole team, and Supergirl says, "You were fooled by Batmite, Mr. Mxyzptlk, and they actually fooled you." And then it was actually Jimmy. And then Robin goes, "Not Jimmy." There's just a lot of the art. The art is just amazing. Dan Mora is just a boss when it comes to the art. Look at a picture of my man Metamorpho over here. Metamorpho is also in another current DC book, Danger Street by Tom King, which I highly recommend as well too. But this was probably my book of the week. Batman, Superman, World's Finest. And I like the artwork by Christian Ward. He's just finishing up Bloodstained Teeth. I stopped after like a few issues. I felt like the story was kind of dragging on, but I dropped off. And as I say, that was probably my book of the week. Scratch that. Here it is. Here's the book of the week. Batman One Bad Day by Tom Taylor, and the art by Ivan Rice. It's just amazing. Like the book and the Jim Lee cover, I really love. I always try to go for either a Jim Lee cover or a Dan Moore cover. Like the first page, it starts off with, you got Ra's al Ghul, or Ra's al Ghul, however you pronounce it, talking about his past. Now, I mentioned this in my group too. This is probably one of, if not the best Batman book I've read in the past 2 years. I like Chip Zdarsky's current run right now, but I feel like the current arc they're on, it's not my cup of tea, but I guess in May they're going to start a new arc, so we'll see where that goes. And I love Detective Comics by Ron V. Really visually stunning book, and as this is as well. But if you love the animated series and you love the animated series, I read most of I like to read books to like and it's kind of weird, like, so when I read Ra's al Ghul, I read the voice actor who was David Warner, who passed away. He did a really great job as Ra's al Ghul, and it just adds a richness to the story. I really love it. And it's a fight, between Batman, Damian, and Ra's al Ghul, and Talia Ghul. It's just a visually stunning book. This probably is my book of the week. This whole series has just been great. I'm sad they're done with the one-shots, but it was a perfect end. I really loved every one-shot of Batman One Bad Day. I would say the weaker story out of all 8 of them would probably be the Two-Face story by Mariko Tamiki. It was okay, but it wasn't bad. Catwoman was very good by G. Willow Wilson. Then you have Tom King's The Riddler, very good. Clayface by Colin Lansing and Jackson Kelly. And I'm trying to think if I'm missing. Bane by Joshua Williamson, that was very good too. Who else am I missing? Oh, and of course The Penguin. That's my second favorite one by John Ridley, but this is my favorite one. Even if you're not really a Tom Taylor fan, I would recommend giving this a try. It's really, really good. And speaking of other really good books, and speaking of John Ridley, the end of GCPD, The Blue Wall, this ended off on such a good note. I always worry about miniseries, whether they either they stick the ending or it's just not good. But this was really well done. If you love Gotham Central, this is a good continuation of it. It's only a 6-part miniseries. If you don't want to get the single issues, I highly recommend getting the trade. When it comes out, it's just very well done. And I keep talking about well done books, and they're all DC. I mean, I like my Marvel, and I love my Indies too, but it's... Oof. And we're going to Superman #2 by Joshua Williamson, and the art by Jamal Campbell. The art in this book is just... I love the art, but I also love the colors. The colors are very bright. Who's doing the inks on this? No, Jamal Campbell does the inks as well too. Guy just does everything. But as Superman's fighting a bunch of clone parasites. But I don't want to spoil the ending. But this is... I sort of jumped off Action Comics because I don't like Leah Williams. And I hate that they divided the story into 3 parts. I'm a huge Superman fan, as you all know. But it just... Sorry, Soups. I can't read it. And I tried Superman Lost by Christopher Priest. His writing is so weird. I love his Black Panther, but I don't know. I can't get into Christopher Priest's work that well. But Superman #2, I think this is going to be a very big book. Once the series will eventually be done, it's just, I think they're setting up for something real big. I think they're actually setting up for a big war with Parasite and a whole group of other parasites. But I like the idea that Superman, he's not working for Lex, but he kind of is. And the back and forth between they have. And also, if you like Superman, the animated series, I think this is just like straight out of the screen. I always read Lex Luthor in Clancy Brown's voice. Perfect Lex Luthor. But and then to end off, we have Darkwing Duck #3, where Darkwing Duck is no more. He's Drake Mallard. He thinks that's the way he can protect Goslin, and it's this is really well done too. It's an all ages book. I usually don't like all ages book, but I mean I loved Darkwing Duck as a kid, and I think they really hit the nostalgia point. And then, like, you have Morgana back here, and I completely forgot about their bats, and they mentioned their names, Eek and Squeak. I completely forgot about. That's the thing about nostalgia. It kind of good nostalgia. It grabs you, and it takes. I like Goslin's face. Kind of looks like my little girl when she was that age, little brat. But so Darkwing Duck is Drake Mallard. He's selling his inventions while Morgana's living with him. But at the end, Bushroot strikes the school. Bushroot is another good... I liked all the bad guys from Darkwing Duck. They're all goofy. You had the Joker rip off Quackerjack, and then Megavolt, who I don't know who he'd rip off in Batman, but that was my haul. And again, thank you very much for all the kind words, and I really appreciate you guys sticking with me. Once we reach 200, I will do another giveaway. I'm a little bit far away. I'm at 134 right now, which is great. I never thought I'd reach 134 comics, but I'm feeling a lot more comfortable making these videos. I think it's because the repetition, and plus it's easy talking with friends. Alright guys, I will see you next week. I should get my comics normally on Wednesday, and I may do a haul video on Thursday evening Eastern time, or Friday excuse me, or Friday the latest. But I really appreciate your time. Also, please feel free to like and subscribe and share the video. I'm also going to put a few links of my friends who are really great content creators, better than me in my opinion, but that's not a hard feat to accomplish. But please check out my friends. They're really great people. And I'll see you guys next week. Have a good weekend, guys. Take care.